My trip to Berlin started when my baby sister picked me up from the airport and took me to her side of town, the west side of Berlin. When we got to her apartment, I met her dog Andy, and then we went for a walk around her neighborhood. After our walk around the neighborhood, we returned to her apartment, then decided to go check out some stores and then have some dinner. The next morning, I decided to do some more shopping. When I went into the Nike store, there were these two really cool hanging exhibits. After a little shopping, we took the train to the Mall of Berlin. From the Mall of Berlin, we walked to the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe and the Brandenburg Gate. We sat out here for about an hour, just enjoying the weather and people watching. We then decided to head over to the Berlin TV Tower.
Dort können Sie die Aussicht auch ein.
Please exit the elevator to the left. There you can enjoy the view with a drink at our bar. For our restaurant, please leave the elevator to the right. We wish you a pleasant stay.
You can see there from at a distance the Brandenburg Gate from where we just walked. After a day full of shopping and sightseeing, my baby sister had gotten off work and was ready to take us to one of her favorite places to eat.
Ja, so. Wir hätten gerne zweimal Pizza Margherita und einmal mit Champignon, wenn das möglich ist. Und einmal Bruschetta. Das kommt ohne Fleisch, richtig?
Ja, Bruschetta ist ohne Fleisch.
Okay, also einmal Bruschetta und einmal hier die Karte.
The next morning, we toured the east side of Berlin. We went to the Berlin Wall, and then we walked to where my sister works at Savage by Fenty. She took us to the rooftop where she works so that we could enjoy the river view. Afterwards, we rented a boat for a couple of hours and just rode up and down the river. The next morning, we took a regional train to Prague, Czech Republic. This train ride took about 4 hours and allowed us the opportunity to see a lot of the German and the Czech countryside. After we arrived in Prague, we checked into our beautiful and perfectly located Airbnb. We have a balcony. Check this. And here is bathroom, the second room. After checking in, we walked to an Indian restaurant for dinner and then decided to do some sightseeing. Prague was absolutely beautiful, and my pictures and videos do not do it any justice. While we were out in Old Town Square, the crowd started chanting and cheering, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but my nephew said that there were some famous soccer players, and that's who the crowd was cheering for. From Old Town Square, we walked about 20 minutes to see the Franz Kafka spinning head. If you've never been to Europe, most public places require you to pay in order to use a public bathroom. After visiting the spinning head, we made our way back to the hop on and hop off bus and then Charles Bridge. Just before Charles Bridge, we noticed a long line outside of this ice cream shop, so my sister and nephew decided to go in and scoop up a couple of ice cream cones. They made the ice cream cones in front of us, and it kind of had a cinnamon smell. Because I was flying business class, I had access to the business class lounge in the airport. On my flight back to the US, we had to make an emergency landing in Amsterdam. Unfortunately, that flight ended up being canceled, so I had to spend the night in Amsterdam. On my way to the hotel shuttle, I came across this airport clock.